Hello students, welcome to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University. We discussed in the previous video on the revenue curves under the perfect computation. We will also look at the revenue under the monopolistic computation. I hope all of you remembered what is monopolistic computation. Monopolistic computation market is the market which is the real-time basis. You can see a lot of markets like be it the government markets, the beverages, right? So you take any toothpaste, soaps markets. So likewise you can see the monopolistic competition market which is exist. We also talked about there is advertisement, product differentiation, though product is same. If you recall the video, we said if you see the sodium, which is a common ingredient which are used for making soap, but the people try to differentiate by with the packing, advertising, branding, right? So that their product can be outstand in the market. So now the firm sells closely related to the but it differentiated products. Sellers have partial price control, right? This is, we said sellers generally will not have major control because it is the one of the major market which having a lot of suppliers. So the additional units sold at lower prices, the AR and MR both will downward, right? In the monopolistic competition, how your AR MR will be followed. I hope you will be able to understand this table which are given in this table, how to calculate now TR, AR, MR. Just quickly to glance tell you again, your total revenue we are getting from the quantity price divided by the quantity, you will get it here. So same 10, 18, 24, 28. AR is the average revenue from the additional unit, how much you are able to get it. Similar, your price and AR is equal, where you could see marginal revenue is not equal. Price, average revenue which is equal, but marginal revenue which is varying when you compare with the perfect computation, right? So here the first unit you get 10, then second 8, the difference between first unit and second unit the total revenue, and third 6, 10, 18 minus 24 and 24 minus 28, I mean the 30 minus 28, 30 minus 30 and 28 minus 30, it's a minus 2. So the point is it is declining also. Now what is the relationship between your TR, AR, MR? I hope now you are comfortable with using short names like TR, AR, MR. TR stands for total revenue, AR stands for average revenue, MR stands for the marginal revenue. So when TR rises at dimensioning rate, it reaches maximum, then it falls, right? If you see in the total revenue in the graph, it is increasing, but after some point of time it becomes constant, then it is falling. The total revenue is falling. Why it is generally follows in the monopolistic competition? It is basically when the firm is expanding because of logistic issues or management issues, they may not be able to control the entire firm. That was the reason. So now here AR and MR both slope downward, left to right, because it is declining. Both AR and MR, if you graphically represent, you can try with an Excel file by putting these numbers, you will be also able to get it. But MR falls faster than AR. The interesting interpretation, if you see, your marginal revenue is falling faster than our average revenue, right? See, average revenue 10, 9, 8, whereas this from 10 to 8, 8 to 6, 6 to 4, and it has become 0 and minus 0 2, but average revenue is continuing. So that's a future of your monopolistic competition. When MR is equal to 0, if at MCQ questions one can ask like this: when marginal revenue is equal to 0, when TR is maximum, right? You see in the table where your MR is 0, your total output is, the production is maximized. So AR is always positive and MR can be a negative. As long as your production you continue, your average revenue will be there per revenue, because you are not going to give free, right? So that is the reason your AR continue to be always a positive, but your marginal revenue from additional unit of production which can be negative. So MR curve is always halfway between y-axis and AR curve if both are straight lines. So basically under this monopolistic competition, this is the basic features of under the monopolistic competition which we can see. Just to give you summary of it, that in the revenue curves in the monopolistic competition, which can be visualized very easily to see that at what time a producer can stop production, what are the take home points. If you are a become producer, you by looking at your total revenue, you may not able to take a decision. Instead, it will be good to see your marginal revenues. When your marginal revenues are become 0, ideally one should stop the production, because you are not going to get benefit by expanding or producing additional output. So that is the reason we need to stop. And so, and under the monopoly also, these people cannot make an abnormal profit because of the significant presence of more number of sellers in the market. So that was the reason you can't really make an abnormal profits, and this is quite tough competition between various players in the market. So that's we will try to understand the next part of it, that how this AR-MR relationships further expands and how become, because this we need to also remember, if somebody asks, sir, is it automatically increases, changes, how the quantity is increasing, here we are keeping ceteris paribus principle. That means all other things are constant, and we are expecting that this is proportionately which is changing. So that's where your total revenue, which is growing slowly at the rate which you can follow the total quantity and the revenue. So the major take home points are that how in a perfect competition market, your AR-MR equal to your price, AR-MR or 3 are equal, but in the monopolistic competition this is very much important. Your P equals to AR but not MR, which can be changed. So in the monopolistic competition, which is the realistic market, many players trying to increase their revenue through their advertisements and strategies, which can be trying to bring positive outcomes in their revenue business model. So as a students, I suggest you to make some case studies by comparing. You try to interact with wherever you are there in local markets. Take local market 1-2 shops and try to see how is the competition, how their prices are changing, or what is the revenue which they are doing, what kind of things which they attract. All this can be analyzed for a better and clarity and understanding. Okay, thank you.